Welcome students. Now let us move towards the last topic from this chapter, that is general second degree equation. Now previously we have seen about the equation of lines passing through the origin. Now in this topic we will deal with the general equation of lines, that is lines which are not passing through the origin. So in that thing we will see the first theorem. The combined equation of two lines is a general second degree equation in x and y. So let us consider the two lines u equivalent to a1x plus b1y plus c1 and v equivalent to a2x plus b2y plus c2. So u equal to 0 and v equal to 0. Clearly these are two equations of lines. So combined equation we all know it is u into v is equal to 0. So we will multiply these two equation of lines and we get a1 a2 x square plus a1 b2 plus a2 b1 xy plus b1 b2 y square plus a1 c2 plus a2 c1 x plus b1 c2 plus b2 c1 y plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. Now a1 and a2 both are constant. If you multiply you may get some value. So just for writing purpose we will write as a1 a2 is equal to a1 b2 plus a2 b1 is equal to 2h, b1 b2 is equal to b, a1 c2 plus a2 c1 is equal to 2g, b1 c2 plus b2 c1 is equal to 2f and c1 c2 is equal to c. So what equation we are getting is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So clearly this is an equation, second degree equation, general second degree equation. It is not homogeneous because all the terms are not having same degree. So when the lines are not passing through the origin, we get a general second degree equation in x and y. Now let us move to the remarks under this theorem. The first remark tells us that converse of the above theorem is not true. That is, every general second degree equation in x and y need not represent pair of lines. Now we have seen many general second degree equations. For example, x square plus y square is equal to 25, y square is equal to 4ax. Now we know that this represents a circle, the second equation represents a parabola. Now both the equations are general second degree equation, but they do not represent pair of lines. So clearly from these examples we can see that the converse of the above theorem need not be true. Now since the converse of the above theorem need not be true, then how do we prove that the general second degree equation represents a pair of lines? So for that we have a necessary condition. In the second remark, we can see that the determinant AHG, HBF and GFC, this determinant should be equal to 0 and h square minus AB should be greater than equal to 0. That is, if we prove that ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square, if this is equal to 0, then we can say that the given equation represents a pair of straight lines. Now the third remark tells us that if this general equation, general second degree equation, if it represents pair of lines, then these two lines are parallel to the lines represented by the homogeneous second degree equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square is equal to 0. Now fourth remark, condition for perpendicular lines is same as the previous one, a plus b is equal to 0. Parallel lines or coincident line condition is same, h square is equal to ab. Then again the acute angle between the lines is tan theta is equal to 2 root of h square minus ab upon a plus b. And last one, if the lines are intersect each other, then h square minus ab should be greater than 0 and the point of intersection can be given by hf minus bg upon ab minus h square, this will be your x coordinate, and gh minus af upon ab minus h square, this will be your y coordinate. So these are few remarks under this theorem. Under this remark, we will see few examples. Show that the equation 2x square minus xy minus 3y square minus 6x plus 19y minus 20 represent pair of lines, and also find the acute angle between them. So first what we are going to do is we will compare the given equation with the general equation and we will get the values of as is equal to 2, b is minus 3, c is minus 20, 2g is equal to minus 6 means g will be equal to minus 3, 2f is equal to 19 means f will be equal to 19 by 2, and 2h is equal to minus 1 means h will be is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now already we have seen the condition for equation to represent pair of lines, that is ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square should be equal to 0. So let us start with our LHS and substitute the values of ABC and HGF. After we substitute and simplify the equation, we get that 120 plus 114 upon 4 minus 722 upon 4 plus 27 plus 5. And when we simplify this is equal to 0. That becomes your RHS. Means you can see that the given condition is satisfied. Hence the given equation represents pair of lines. Now next is we have to find the acute angle between the lines. So we know the formula is tan theta is equal to modulus of 2 root of h square minus ab upon a plus b. Substituting the values of a, b and h, we get 2 root of 25 by 4, that is 5 by 2, 2 gets cancelled, we get tan theta is equal to minus 5. So theta will be is equal to tan inverse 5. That is your acute angle between the two lines. Now the next example is find the value of k if the equation kxy plus 10x plus 6y plus 4 is equal to 0 represents pair of lines. Now we will again compare the given equation with the general equation and we get a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0, c is equal to 4, 2g is equal to 10 means g is equal to 5, 2f is equal to 6 means f is equal to 3, 2h is equal to k means h is equal to k by 2. So the condition to represent pair of lines is ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square will be equal to 0. So substitute the values which you have found out, and substituting few terms get cancelled because of 0 and you get 15k minus k square is equal to 0. So k into 15 minus k is equal to 0. Hence either k is 0 or k is 15, but k cannot be is equal to 0, otherwise this equation will not represent pair of lines. Therefore the value of k is only 15. Now next example we will see, find p and q if the equation px square minus 8xy plus 3y square plus 14x plus 2y plus q is equal to 0 represent pair of perpendicular lines. So firstly in the solution what we have done, we have compared the given equation with the general equation. So we get the value of a as p, b as 3, c as q, 2g is 14 therefore g is 7, 2f is 2 therefore f is equal to 1 and 2h is equal to minus 8 therefore h is equal to minus 4. Now they have told us that the equation represent pair of perpendicular lines. What is the condition of perpendicularity? A plus b is equal to 0. So we write it as p plus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore we get the value of p as minus 3. Now next is also the equation represent pair of lines. Hence ABC plus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square will be equal to 0. Hence substituting the values, here we get minus 25q minus 200 is equal to 0, that is q is equal to minus 8. So hence using the two conditions perpendicularity and pair of lines, we have found the value of two terms, variables p and q. Now here we end with the chapter. Thank you so much.